The rains just took out Whitney Portal Road.
Well, we're gonna walk through this.
Like end of the world sort of environment. My goodness. Crazy destruction in this creek area.
Dude, like the hardest riding I've ever done in my life. Don't want to fail. I don't think it's a good idea to keep going and to be proper in the middle of nowhere. But we don't have an emergency ride. If anything else in the middle of the Mojave Desert.
Expectation for that day, being on a different bike. Were you still skeptical?
Yeah, day 2, I'm excited to try the Priority 600X, get more south, get further away from the spot that I felt the night before was cursed.
Number 2 over there, poking through the ground. That's a big old pipe. And then on this side, we just got a metal box.
There it is. We are currently climbing out of the Dove Springs staging area.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Closed to motorized vehicles. You know what we ain't? We ain't motorized.
What's going on here, Dan?
Funneling happening. This technical stuff is what makes it fun. It's hard. There's times like this where I'm walking it, but it is worth it. I swear. I love it. Just remind yourself it's one pedal at a time, one step at a time. It doesn't matter the pace. You just keep going.
Right before we pulled into Mojave, the third one broke. Let's get it on the bike and get pedaling. Dan, give it a look. He found the one that you bent. He went, what's going on here?
We got about 5 miles to get to the aqueduct. It's pretty insane seeing that one burnt over there.
Dan's got incredible patience. I feel like I always need to apologize for being slow, but here we are. Wind farm, baby.
One step closer to making this a reality for everybody else. Making our way to Hiker Town. We'll get there. Not many cars out here, but here comes one late at night. These cool little spaces.
We're on the California State Water Project. It says no bicycling, but there is bicycle infrastructure here. Behind me, you can see this open canal. This is the California State Water Project. The pipe going over the California State Water Project. The Los Angeles Aqueduct. This is the best breakfast burrito my whole entire, top 3 my whole entire life.
We found a castle. We'll have to look it up to see if there's an old fort or something.
Whoa! Part of the aqueduct!
We're under the water!
Woo!
Up to this point, we pretty much have been in nature. And this is the start of colonization. Serious colonization, at least.
I just keep telling myself, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Pretty good analogy for life, the weather.
We did it! Yeah!
Okay.
It started with the need for water. Water was needed by Los Angeles in the early 1900s and probably before that, but that's when they took it seriously and began looking for where they could get water. I'm from the East Coast. I am used to living near water sources like rivers and wells and never had to really worry about where my water was coming from because there was so much of it. Now, I lived in San Diego when I was in the military. To be entirely honest, I never put any thought into it because of where I was from. Water was just where it was. I assumed the same thing the whole time that I was in California. This journey started with a thought from Trent about where his water came from that he was drinking his entire life, where that came from and how it was maintained and treated and saved because of the scares that Los Angeles and California area was really having water crisis. And so he set out to learn about where his water came from. And as he continued to trace the water back further and further through these pipes, through these mountains, he came to Owens Valley, where there was once a river and a lake, now just laid dust. Ultimately, unless you saw from an aerial view, the scars of what was left behind. It was pretty remarkable to be part of this. He caught my attention when he was like, I got this history idea and this engineering history idea at that, and I was in. And the bicycles were involved, game changer. I wanted to be 100% involved in this epic trailblaze of the LA Aqueduct. Trent has done his research. I went into this pretty blindly. I went into it knowing that Trent did his research, and if he didn't, it was both of us. I laid my faith into him, and I'm really glad I did, because it left me open-minded, and it made me rely on him instead of taking charge. There were times where we needed to help each other and take charge in different situations. But ultimately, this was Trent's lead. And Trent coordinated it, scouted it, researched it, and then shared it with me in hopes to be able to share it with everyone else. He coordinated our rescues or potential rescues, whether that was from Brandon or from his brother or anybody else. I did very little in those terms, other than be an encouragement for both of us to get to the finish line.
This should be it in less than a quarter mile. It's good to let the insides dry out, yeah? Open it up a little. Good on you, Dan. You got this. We got this. And I remember getting towards the end, you were ahead. It's very stressful and wanted to get it done with. And I start yelling, Dan, it's right here. That's the Cascades. It's on the left.
Yeah. And I look back and you're cutting across the traffic to get to the gate, and at that point I just busted a U-turn because there's no cars moving. It was a bittersweet finish. I think it would have been way cooler if it was a little bit nicer, but at that point we were both tired and done, so we put on face. We did our dance. It was short-lived.
Yeah.
And then before we knew it, it was like, let's go find warmth and dryness. For me, I almost said, well, we're done. I don't need to do anything anymore. And you were almost at that point too, because we barely filmed after that. We were just we were ready to move forward. At the same time, we never really got to celebrate and finish. And this is it right here. Us talking about it. We did it. We rode 280 miles following the LA Aqueduct. LA Aqueduct 1, the original.
That no one else has ridden their bike on before, as we know.
Yes, not to the extent we're doing it and the way we did it. And yeah, there's people that ride their bikes on the roadways, I'm sure, up to LA and back. But to do it the way we did it and to document the way we have, this is going to be a really valuable, potentially valuable resource for cyclists and travelers of non-motor or non-car versions to be able to experience what they have so close from LA, to go to the Sierra National Forest, go check out these communities and learn the history and the engineering and the environment. Being able to say I rode my bike to the desert, which I had done before, so it wasn't so new to me, but for other people that live in LA, they don't know where their water comes from. Like, what do you mean aqua? Just here, what do you mean? And it's not for everybody, but for those people that like history, that love how things get done and how things continue to move forward and how we've adapted as humans and overcome situations and made things work, whether it was for the good of the majority of the people and bad for a minor, or vice versa. It all has its reasons, and I think that this has all of that. And you get to relive it on a shorter scale. Like, they did it in 30 days on a horse and buggy. The longest straw did it in almost 60 days walking, and we did it in 5. Realistically, it's a 5 to 7 day trip, depending on how you want to break it up. I think it's really remarkable. And I look forward to doing it again.
Me too.
Literally my argument for you.
Yeah.
You want to be on the left or right?
Yeah. Take that one on the right.
My eyeballs.
Okay, Trent, doing this in sandals. Brandon, can you hand me that bike?
Yes. Front or rear wheel?
Rear.
Yep.
As long as that, well, this one's gonna have to go in rear regardless.
Take out the bike.
Yeah, Cool. Just like a motorcycle. And I'll just do one on each side.
There you go.
Cool, that should be good. I'll scoop the other one.
Yep, I got it.
Or not. Okay. I'm just glad it's not snowing currently. I need to not speak too soon.
We literally just off lakes.
Yeah. I'd rather have rain than
Don't say anything.
Yeah, that one might move around a little. Make sure this is. Yeah, you're nice and tight there.
This is swag bag and the charger for the bike.
Oh, dude, I did not even see transfer all this stuff. Hell yeah, brother. You turn it on?
Sick.
No, turn it on for you. He's never ridden an e-bike.
Oh yeah, you never rode an e-bike. Come back. Come back. I'll turn it on.
Yeah, we gotta get you on with it on.
Like literally, like it moves so easy.
Yeah,
And when it's loaded up, it feels just as sprinty and nimble. It's crazy. Put all your shit on it and still go 20 miles an hour for the same effort.
Hey, is that a mount for
Quarter turn for your phone for SP Connects. Remember I was telling you all the modular accessories for SP Connects?
Is there a USB part? I gotta ask you the questions before
Yep. USB-C.
Yeah, sick. Is that for power?
Power and data if you want it to be. So power button here, plus and minus. If we wire lights, long press for lights, dead man switch for walk
Wiring
assist.
lights.
We use the Supernova M99, so it's 1200 lumen front light.
That's the
Up
one.
here.
Yeah, I think so.
Insane, dude. 100 lumen rear light.
Yeah, for
The bike
sure.
will do it, but it's dude, we're pushing like mid 50s in weight, dude. So let's lift this together.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And then battery cover, there's a latch right here. Battery cover comes off, and then the key is right here on the side.
Do you have these asset things marked if I make videos and take them off?
Yep.
Cool.
100%. Everything's matched to the serial number. Serial numbers and key numbers are all locked. They're good. Doesn't matter.
Sick.
Yeah, feel comfortable to make it yours. However, whatever that means. Tubeless ready.
Compatible, ready?
It's tubeless ready, but it doesn't ship tubeless. We just built it out of the box.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. You know how I said legally we gotta ship them.
I just mean like if they come off.
I
I don't want them to come off. Okay, yeah, our handlebars are a little.
Kissy kissy.
touch it?
I mean, might just be stability. There we go. Put that under a little. That has a little. Tighten it up just a tad more.
Is that? Hey, it's not even snowing. It literally got a couple snowflakes. It's still another half minute.
I have another. Dan, can you get your back wheel?
Yeah.
I'll save this and see if I can.
And this, what's really cool is this, every single piece is modular. So if you said I rusted out the terminals, I could send you just that plate. You could remove it from that mount, pull out, literally just pull the wire out of its harness and put a new one in. The Germans, bro, they're fucking efficient.
They over-engineer a lot of shit.
They over-engineer. Ain't it the truth?
It's like perfectly engineered.
Yep.
It's like what we used to do in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not wrong.
And then someone's like, wait.
I
if we
was
make
like,
it shitty-
dude, thank God I did not bring
Dad,
this.
Did you see this thing? He wanted to carry that on our bikes.
That's way heavier than I thought it was going to be for how fucking big it is.
It is.
They make a carbon one. I
Yeah,
don't
but they're
get
so
it.
expensive, dude. And it's like, you know, 1/3 weight loss at that.
Bounce. There's this. So I'm gonna do a parking lot change.
That camera's almost out of film.
Yeah, mine's done too. All right, Brandon, get in here. This is Brandon. Well, say what's up.
What's up? I'm Brandon.
Brandon brought us back up to Lone Pine from Los Angeles. Forever grateful for you, dude.
Hey, we're in this together, man.
And
Bike community.
yeah,
That's it.
but that's what this whole trip's been about, is like the bike community always comes through and shows up everywhere.
Dude, at the start of our journey with Edison, with the Purple Mountain magazine at the end, you know, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so appreciate you, dog.
No
You're
worries,
a
man.
key integral part of this trip.
No worries. Bike family, dude.
Yeah, that's
it.
right. Now we gotta go back to Utah. It's another 10-hour drive, so let's go.
Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about a couple things. First things first, Team DanUSA. DanUSA is a huge inspiration to the cycling community for adventure cyclists and people just to get them outside and get them off their couches. He's a great friend, great inspiration to me as well. What better way to get all of us together than through RidewithDanUSA? It's a pretty magical experience. About 50,000 cyclists riding their bicycles for an entire week across the state of Iowa. If you want to come join us, whether it's on my team of Team Wimpies or with the Team DanUSA themselves, we're all going to be together in one form or another, having a great time. So come and join us. Second, this new product that I bought while I was at Sea Otter Classic, can't see it because it's on the bottom of the camera, but it makes it so I can move it faster without having to undo the things. It's called FidLock. FidLock has this quick connect system where you just pull it down and I can pull it off and move it to the next camera mount. I'm on a tripod now. You can see right here in the corner, I have this other mount set up. That way, if I ever need to move it and I want to be quick, I can do it just like that. And it's already in the place where I want it, and I can keep going, and it can go right back as well, just as fast. We're all ready to go. It's in the position I want it every single time. It just saves so much more time on a thing that you're already taking a lot of time to do. Now, back to the episode.
Not that the lake bed wouldn't have done well, but
All the museum visit real quick. Checking out Owens River, what it looks like before it made it to being colonized, to it being the intake where we started, and making its way the lake that we rode on. The trees, these are the oldest trees in the world. They continue to grow even when they don't look like they're alive. So this is a great view of the topography of the area. You got Lake Tahoe way up here in the north. You got Mono Lake where they actually have the second aqueduct.
that's the intake, is right.
Is right.
Mono Crater Tunnel.
Right there. That's what ends up connecting to the one down here. But where we started is just right here. And we worked all our way selves down, going parallel to this range.
And it looks like it splits into two, at least on this demonstration, where it goes over, where you were like, why didn't they do a straight line?
They did.
It looks like there is a straight line and the over part. Also, the Elizabeth Tunnel. Where do you think the Elizabeth Tunnel is? Because it looks like it goes through the mountain left. Dang, the shadow. This way, then there's a tunnel under here, and I got it mapped down a dirt road here, and then it ends in Lake Paris.
That's cool.
And then this is the Colorado Aqueduct.
Cool. So we parked here. We took the bus where we met Edison and went up to the start of the trail, the canal, and we came down. We ended up going over here to the historic, the Alabama Hills. And then from there we came back down and crossed onto Owens Lake, coming over and stopping in the launch of day one. From there we came down, making our way through all that, making our stops, going by a bunch of cool stuff. This road closure was pretty insane. We ended up traversing it on our bicycles anyways.
All right, down the road we go. Back to where we rode our bikes on Owens Lake. Maybe we'll go explore that like little site that was like right off that map or something.
Yeah, well, we should go check out the memorial site that you wanted to check out too.
Or let's go to the map, and we should be able to get to it from
that
there.
place. Cool.
You'll probably want to throw a sticker on that trash can or some shit.
Yeah.
I think I do somewhere.
I got my ice cream later
Yeah, hell yeah.
and my chapstick.
Whoa! I know, I'm like, wait, I don't want any of this shit to go out. Hey, do you want a map?
Sure.
So we should, oh, that's Plaza Route access. Might not be Plaza.
That wind is
No,
pushing.
not on the bike.
It was nearly as bad on the bike.
Dude. And it's worse because it's gusty.
It was just consistent before.
That's still terrible.
It was like this without the gusts on the bicycles.
Yeah, still terrible.
Might be able to get to the plaza this way. We probably can.
Well, let's find out.
Let's go try.
We'll get there one way or another. It's not that much water.
This is interesting. Look, they've got these like man-made habitats that look like little leaves. But they like irrigate them. It's a memorial for the lake that died, essentially.
Left. Excellent.
But if we have to walk to it, if the thing's not open, it might be parked here, because I think that might be the entrance.
I think it's pretty powerful for the fact that this year, 2024, that region has gotten a lot of water, and it's kind of fixing itself of the lack of water it's had in the recent years. So with that, we want to make sure you saw some of the cool photos that Trent took while he was scouting on beautiful days. It was really remarkable to be all involved in it, and I'm really glad that we got to connect with Brandon and show him a segment on the lake and kind of pay tribute, say thank you to Owens water system, Owens Valley, Owens River, and Owens Lake for the sacrifices it gave to the people of Los Angeles and their surroundings. And it gave not just in water, but in power, and was the spark to a lot of other water projects that may not have came to as fruition as they have because of the obstacles that LA1 had to go through first. So it's pretty remarkable, and I'm glad to be part of this first chapter, and I look forward to other chapters of this, because we did 280 miles this time. The entire system as a whole is actually over 400 miles. We still have more to figure out. We'll do it little by little. Thank you for checking out this series. Stay tuned for my experience at Sea Otter Classic.